So to the previous video we did some KVL questions, right? Some basic question, and one question was a little bit tough, so we'll do a little bit IIT questions. So you would be asking me that you guys are preparing, some of you guys are preparing for NEET examination where you have to do IIT questions, means IIT section or JEE means or prelims, both of them have the one of the toughest circuit problems. So once you understand the toughest circuit, so it is very easy to do simple circuits, right? So we'll start with the first IIT 2015 mains question. Now almost all the then circuits will be quite similar, right? So let's draw the circuit. Just having a 6 volt, then there is a resistor like this, another resistor, another supply, a resistor. Okay, moves like this. This supply is 9 volt, 6 volt. This is 2 ohm resistor. This is 1 ohm resistor, 3 ohm resistor. Right. Once you see the circuit, and the question is, once you get the circuit in later on also, once you get a circuit, guys, pause the video, try to solve it by yourself, then only see how I have done in the video. Okay. So the question is, find the current in 1 ohm resistor. That's the question. You are asked what is the current in 1 ohm resistor, and you are given option A 1.13 ampere, that is from P to Q, that is you are asked the direction of current to. Then the option B is 1.13 ampere, same, but the direction is from Q to P. And third option 0.13 ampere from Q to P, and option D is 0.13 ampere from P to Q. The 4 options are as given, right? Pause the video and try to solve by yourself, right? Okay, now I'm going to solve the question as I have taught you guys earlier. So whenever you go doing KVL, what is the first step? First is to mark the current. So out of these two guys, that is there are two supplies, right? So we'll take one of the supplies, a major one. Since 9 volt is greater than 6 volt, I will take 9 volt. And I current is flowing from 9 volt. Now this 2 ohm is in series, so this I will be also flowing in 2 ohm. And now the current will split into two parts, this direction and this direction. Let's name it as I1, this one, and this is I2. Right, now I2 will go through the supply, this resistor so also gets I2. Now here I1 comes, so I1 and I2 add to form I, right? I goes from the supply, I comes back. So the circle is complete, right? So the first section is completed, that is we have marked the current. Now what was the second step? Now to select loops. How many loops will be there? There will be 2 loops here, right? Loop 1 and loop 2. So I'll take 2 loops. So see guys, you might be seeing that for almost all the derivation I am taking clockwise direction because I am comfortable with clockwise direction. If you want, you guys can go for anti-clockwise also. It's not a big deal. It's not, you will get the same values, right? I'll go in clockwise direction in both the loops. Okay, let's name the name. That is, this is A, this is B, it's P, Q, because the question is there, no PQ. So this is PQ, C and D. Right, these are the names of the circuit. It's much clear. Autofocus is going on. Right. Now let's start. I'm going to take loop A B D Q A. A B D Q A. That is my first loop. Right, loop 1. Loop 1, this is loop 2. Right, now loop 1. Let's go on. We'll start with the 6 volt battery. I'm moving from positive terminal to negative terminal, so it is -6, right? Then I'm moving I'm clockwise, right? I reach 1 ohm current and I am moving in the same direction, so it is -1 into I1, right? Then I am moving in this direction, current is in this direction, right? Current is in this direction, but I am moving in this direction. See, I will draw it with yellow itself. See, I am moving in this direction, but the current is in this direction. So opposite direction means it will be plus 3i2 is equal to 0. Now I'm just going to rearrange it so that becomes 3i2 minus i1 is equal to 6. Make it as equation 1. Right? Right. Now let us take the second loop. Okay, second loop I'm going to write. I've already written for the second loop, guys. Check you have get the same equation or not. I will repeat. How did we get? We are going for this loop, right? The 9-volt battery, positive to negative, minus 9 goes off, reach 3 ohm resistance here. Right, I think I missed this 3 ohm earlier. The picture, there is a 3 ohm resistor here. Now current is in this direction. I'm moving in opposite direction, so it becomes what? Oh, I did right now. So it will be plus 3i. Right. Then it moves off and then it reaches 1 ohm. I1 is in this direction. I'm moving in opposite direction, so it becomes plus I1 into 1 plus, then again I reach 2 ohm. I am moving in this direction, that is from left to right, whereas 2 ohm resistor is having current from right to left, opposite direction. So you will get an equation like this. So you are going to rearrange it so that it will be minus 9. There are 2 i's, right? 2i and 3i. So it will be what? 5i. 5i plus i1 is equal to 0. Right. In place of I. See guys, whenever you are getting an equation, it is very easy if you are having only 2 variables, right? So there are 2 variables here, I1 and I2, but then you will say there is another variable I, right? So I'm going to write I in terms of figure itself. I is I1 plus I2, right? I is equal to I1 plus I2. From the figure itself, this is what we made. So I'm going to replace this I with I1 plus I2, right, plus I1 is equal to 0. Now you have 2 terms with I1, so it will be 6I1, right? So I'm going to write 6I1, then there is 5I2 is equal to 9. I have the second equation. Clear? Right. Now you got 2 linear equations with 2 variables. If you want, you can write I1 as x, I2 as y, as you want. But I will prefer if you go by I1 and I2, because later on you guys just forgot to replace it with I1 and I2. So what would you do? You're having first equation, right? I will multiply the first, any one common terms, right? Any one term I want to make common. So I will multiply this equation with 5 and this equation with 3. So what happens? This first equation becomes 15 I2 minus 5 I1 is equal to 30, and this equations becomes, let's bring I2 here, so it becomes 15 I2 plus 18 I1 is equal to 27, right? Right, you'll get an equation like this. Now you can solve it by yourself, right? I need not say how to do it. So try to do it by yourself and find the value of whatever terms you want to find. So how much did you get? You guys would have paused and solved it, right? So it will be minus, when you minus these two guys, minus 5I1 minus 8I1 is equal to 3. So you will get minus 23I1 is equal to 3, or I1 is equal to minus 3 by 23, or it is around minus 0.125 around. You are not going to get an exact value, you get a value, right? What is I1? Let's move on to the figure. I1 is a current which is through 1 ohm resistor. That's the question. You are asked what is the current in 1 ohm resistor, and the I1 is minus, or you can say around 0.125. So I can equate it as minus 0.13, because that's how answer is given or options are given. So it is minus 0.13 ampere. Now the problem is there is minus. See, I assumed that I1 is flowing from P to Q. If minus indicates that the current is not flowing from P to Q but from Q to P. So the answer is current I1 is 0.13 ampere and it is flowing from Q to P. So the option will be C, 0.13 ampere, Q to P. Clear? This much is clear. Let's move on to the next question. Let's do the IIT 2017 mains JEE question. Right. Again, it's a little bit complicated circuit, guys, because it is having 3 loops. right? Let's go on with the figure. So resistor, a supply, okay, right, okay. Now there are 3 resistors and 3 of them are 1 ohm set. So this is 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. This is all the voltages are given as 2 volt. So this is 2 volt, this is 2 volt, this is 2 volt, 2 volt, 2 volt, right? Okay. And this is a circuit given, and you are given, okay, let's put this question. Okay, find current in each resistors, and option A is 0.25 ampere, option B is 0.5 ampere, option C is 0 ampere, and option D is 0.75 ampere. Let's see how many of you guys can solve it without my help. Pause the video, try to do by yourself, guys, and I'm sure you would have got the answer very easily also. Okay, I redraw because I had to turn over the page. So how many loops are there? 3 loops, and I'm going to move in this direction, all of them clockwise. Then I told you guys you have to select a supply, and then you have to divide the current, right? Let's see, take this one, 2 volt as the main supply. This is, you can take either of them, I just took this one. So so that now this splits into 2 parts. So this becomes I1, this is I2, right? Right. Now this I1 will be reaching here, right? Now I1 I want to split into 3 or 2 parts. Let this be I3, this be I4, right? Now this I4 goes off, this also I4. The I4 and I3 meets up to form here what same current, right? This is I1 means this is also I1. Right, now this is I2, huh? So this is I2, wait, sorry. So I2 splits into I3 and I4. I4 goes off, and here it splits. Then I3 and I4 meets to form what? I3 and I4 meets to form I2 itself. So this is I2. So this reaches I2 here. I1 and I2 meet to form I. Right, so that I leaves the 2 volt, I reaches the 2 volt. Clear? I don't think it is congested. When I am telling, you guys can go on, right? Now write the equations I'm going to do for this loop, right? I'm making this section fast because now you guys are thorough with it, I believe so. Let's take the first loop. Now first loop I am starting with the 2 volt battery. It is moving from what? Positive to negative, right? Now similarly, that means it is minus 2 volt, right? Then it reaches here. I'm moving the same direction as the current in so what was it? 1 ohm resistance. So it is minus 1 into I3. Then I reach here. I'm moving from minus to plus. That is a good thing. That is plus 2 volt, and entire junction or a loop is having voltage 0. Right, now minus 2 volt and plus 2 volt 0, right? So 1 into I3 plus 0 is equal to 0, or I can say I3 is equal to 0. That means this 1 ohm resistance is having 0 ampere. You solved the question directly, guys, right? This is a JEE question, so you need not find the entire values, or you need not find what? The next resistor's current, because there is only one option given, right? On one option means you are not given 3 values for an option. See, if they had given 0.25, 0.5, 0.3, that is for 3 resistors for 3 different values of current, then there is a tough job. But they have already given one option is having only one value. That implies that every resistance are having the same current itself. So you can directly tell that all the 1 ohm resistance is having 0 ampere current. But what we'll do the proper way, so that you understand. So first we solved for the first loop. Now we'll do for the second loop. Second loop. Again I am going for what? Clockwise direction. Let's move on from below. Negative to positive, plus 2 volt. I reach here, right? reach here means I'm positive to negative to, again it is minus 2 volt. Then this I1, right? So I1 is having what? I1, let's take this one. I'm same direction, so it is minus I1 into 1, again 0 0 0, so I1 is again 0. See, simple as that. Similarly, third loop, 2 volt, you can start from here, right? I'm moving in this direction, plus 2 minus 2 volt, same, no, opposite direction, right? So it is plus I into 1 and moving negative, so it is plus 2 volt is equal to 0, so I is equal to 0. Clear? I have a doubt here, did I make wrong? No, same direction, right? So both the sections I1, I3 and I is equal to 0, so each resistor is having 0 current. Clear? Now let's move on.